Well, November 22nd, 1963 was one of the happiest and saddest days of my life. Anyone who's served in the military can tell you their last day of basic training or boot camp is a great joy. That date was 22 November 63. Early that day, I with other Army GIs got on a plane from Fort Gordon, Georgia, where I took my basic at, and flew to Texas, landing near Fort Hood, just south of Dallas. It was my first day in Texas, and Hood would be my home base for the next 2 years. Upon arriving, as we stepped off the plane, we were told by a sergeant on the ground these words I never forgot. "Man had the sad duty to inform you, your commander-in-chief has just been assassinated." We were all stunned. I thought it might be one of those big Texas yarns you hear about. But being bused to Fort Hood, I realized it was true. I was assigned to the 1st Armored Division. A month later, in December, just before Christmas, while on military leave, I took a train from Fort Hood to Dallas. While on a layover there, I took a few blocks walks to Beasley Plaza, and I observed the historic spot where our president was shot. I was the only one in our group of GIs who wanted to go, I guess because I've always been a history buff. I then went back to the train station. I went on to Cincinnati, where my family, including my future wife Pat, met me at the train station. We became engaged that Christmas, and next October would be our 50th anniversary. Of course, like many other Americans, I will never forget that day of 22 November 1963. I was stunned at the time. I thought, it's the first day in Texas, and I always hear about these big Texas jokes or yarns they tell about, and I'm looking around, the other guys didn't know what to say either. And we got on our bus going to Fort Hood, and nobody else said anything. It started sinking in. And I got to the reception center at Fort Hood. All the TV stations had it on about that. And also, just a couple of days later, I was in the barracks, and one of our fellow soldiers came in and say that Oswald just got shot. And that's when I first heard about Oswald being shot by Ruby. But yeah, you never forget them days.